Well, hello internets, here we are. Well, with the rise of streaming platforms, the online digital media pretty much is here to stay. It's so weird how things have changed in the time that I've been alive. Going from betas to VCRs to DVDs to Blu-rays to now with all this digital streaming stuff, and it's quite amazing how things have changed. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So here we go. Well, I'm subscribed to an online streaming service, and the last little while they have really been putting out some good content. They're making their own movies, which are actually pretty good, some of them, as well as they're bringing back some of the older movies like the 90s shows that I remember as a kid. Sometimes they're just a standalone movie or two or three movies in the series, and other times they're like seasons, like 9 or 10 seasons. And really, they're making it really, really hard to not den up for the winter and spend your whole time watching their platform and watching their shows, because all of these shows that I remember are coming back to their platform, probably only temporary, of course, and then they'll disappear. I've noticed during the summer months it does get a little quiet on there. There is a few, but not a lot. But in the wintertime, there is more. And it seems to be, since people are a little more isolated in their homes, content has been a little bit more plentiful on there as well. It's kind of interesting how that's going on as well, how they're putting out more content to keep us occupied while we're sequestered in our little four-walled birdhouses. But it's kind of neat to see all these online streaming platforms. The time of owning a physical copy of a movie, I think it's past. You can go to these platforms and find virtually any movie you're looking for, whether or even TV show, whether it's just a TV show, TV series, whether it's a movie. Sometimes you have to go to the actual station or network show site and sign up there. I'm not 100% sure why there's so many of them, and each one requires a membership. Each one of them requires a payment. Each one of them takes money. It would be nice if there was a one and done streaming platform master site where you pay one price and you can have access to a plethora of virtually everything you can think of. But it seems to be that they can't seem to get along, probably for royalties. Always has to do with money. So each one of them has their own sites to access, and people seem to be using those sites. I remember being so excited by buying VHS tapes. Having your little 1 hour and 30 minutes low quality, low definition tape that you play over and over and over and over again till eventually your VCR eats it. And if your VCR doesn't eat it, then it actually gets played so many times that the tape actually starts to get wear marks in it, and that's how you know that you really, really got your use out of that VHS tape. Or you buy the VHS tapes that you can record over, and you record your shows off of the TV, and then you have movies. In a way, they are copied movies, or sort of pirated movies, but really, if you're not going to buy the movie anyway, then what's the difference? If you're not really selling them, then they're not really pirated because you're not really ever going to distribute them to anybody else. I remember back in the day, I think it was one of the youth groups at one of the churches. I don't remember now what video it was, but you know how it gives that warning at the beginning about in-home video use only, all other uses will be prosecuted, stuff like that. I always thought that was interesting how, you know, technically it wasn't in-home, and no one ever seemed to get in trouble for that. I know we were paying to see that movie, because we were technically paying to be part of the youth group kind of a thing, the youth group like dues, so we were technically paying to see it. However, they weren't paying royalties to use that movie in the youth group, so it's a gray area there that actually has been addressed nowadays, where if you are publicly exhibition of a copyrighted material, there is a royalty having to be paid. You know, when I owned DVD copies, I had 300, 400, 500 DVD copies that I had bought, as well as the VHS copies. And then slowly I started to transition from VHS to all DVDs, and then I forget how many I had in the end, and then I started buying Blu-rays. And then when my life changed there, I picked through the collection, kept maybe 50 of my favorite ones because I didn't quite know what was happening in my life. And I let the whole stack, the whole collection go for pennies on the dollar at a yard sale. All of those nice 90s, all those nice older movies, all of those good quality movies, they sold out in seconds. People were grabbing armfuls from my yard sale, because those kind of movies you do not find at yard sales, because people never want to sell them because they're good movies. And you know, that was one of the many things I let go there that I probably shouldn't have, but at the same time I didn't know what direction my life was going at that time, because it was looking pretty interesting. And now with this digital media stuff, you have those Android kind of boxes that can even access shows that are in the theater, as well as movies, just like what you'd find on streaming services. You can bring them in through the internet, and you know, with streaming services, you have all that stuff going on, and bringing in those movies digitally. And I know they have kid shows for kids specific, and someone also said they actually have a line of shows for like dogs and cats, where they're like fish and birds, and like sensory shows, which are kind of interesting as well. I've never tried those kind of shows. I know I like the Fireplace channel, and I swear it makes the TV run hot, because it actually makes the room feel warmer. It's probably all psychological, but hey, you never know. It'll be interesting to see how technology evolves in the next few years. You know, we can carry shows, download them on our devices, and watch them in our vehicles or on the bus or so while we're going to work. You know, but that's still downloading. That is still technically copying a movie. Just imagine if the device and the movie somehow was integrated either into your glasses or into an implant in your brain, so you wouldn't even have to carry a device. It was just always with you. It's kind of interesting how things have changed, how things have evolved. Interesting how what was once sought after high-tech technology is now virtually obsolete, is now a extreme thing of the past. Something that somebody spent their hard-earned money now is only worth pennies on the dollar. Something that somebody invented and got millions of dollars out of it is now obsolete, and now onto the new technology, new stuff and even the stuff that's coming around the corner in the next few years. Be interesting to see how that changes, where the world goes from there, what the next new breakthrough will be. Leave your comment below on what you think it is, and around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.